Hello, everybody. This is Michael, and this is a little video of Haystack Knob in West Virginia, Monongahela National Forest, not far from Dolly Saws. Haystack Knob is remote, difficult, and beautiful. So I hope you watch this video. Thanks for watching. All right. Hello, everyone. It's Michael. It's about 1:50 p.m. Friday, October 3rd. I'm at the end of Fire Road 70, and I'm gonna head up to the Roaring Plains Trail and camp at that place where I always camp. And tomorrow I'm gonna head to Haystack Knob and spend the night there, and then at least get back to my truck on Sunday. So carrying a lot of water. We're in a drought. There's not a whole lot of streams. I'm hoping my favorite water source on the unofficial trail to Haystack Knob is running. Anyway, I got, I don't know, 3.5 miles today, which is not too bad. So anyway, without further ado, I'm off. Okay, it's I don't know, about 2:30 Friday, October 3rd, and I'm at the TP Trail, that vile, nasty but convenient social trail that takes you out to the canyon rim. I got about 1.5 miles and I'll be done hiking, and I don't mind because this is a routine that I've done before. But on Haystack Knob, the last 5 years, I've attempted it 4 times. The first 2 times were not even close to being successful, but I learned a few things. And then, I don't know, about a year ago, I got to Haystack Knob, but I didn't get on top of the summit, but I got right up to it. And that was a hard hike. And then, I don't know, a few months later, I hiked back out to Haystack Knob and got on top of the summit, and boy was I impressed. It's unlike anything else in West Virginia. It's remote and it's wild. And so I'm looking forward to setting up my camp in the next hour and a half, and relaxing. I'm carrying quite a bit of water because we are in a drought condition. But I have found water every time I've made it to Haystack Knob. So keeping my fingers crossed. Beautiful country, beautiful day. It's about 68 degrees. All right, time to go. Okay, it is 4:40 p.m. Friday, October 3rd, and I'm at the Roaring Plains campsites about 2.4 miles from the end of Fire Road 70, or 0.6 miles in that direction to Flat Rock Run Trail. But yeah, I only did 2.4 miles today, but that was planned, because tomorrow I have a very challenging hike to Haystack Knob, and we'll talk about that later. But for anyone that's watched my YouTube videos, this might look familiar, because in the last 3 years, I've camped here 4 times, and every single time I've had it to myself. And that's why I go to the Roaring Plains more than Dolly Sods, because right now Dolly Sods is going to be very busy, and tomorrow and Sunday even busier. But a little tour of the camp. Once again, no fly tonight, although I could put up my fly. It'd probably give me 2 or 3 degrees of insulation, block out a little bit of breeze, although there's barely no breeze. I just had one Voodoo Ranger, and it was good. There's another Voodoo Ranger right there. Oh my God, where'd that come from? I think it came out of my pack. But yeah. Big Agnes, you guys know it's Copper Spur, it's a great tent. And lighting is all over the place. Shade, sun. Campfire pit is in good shape. Someone did a nice job scooping it out, extinguishing whatever fire they had, and they left a decent supply of wood. I was surprised. Usually this place is pretty dry, but right now I could have a fire, but we're in a drought condition, and I could have a small fire, but I got better things to do, like have one more Voodoo Ranger. Oh, and I always talk about this. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. That will be my bear hang. Nothing great, but it's better than nothing. There's my camp, basking in the sun. And I brought my 20-degree bag instead of my 45-degree bag. And there's something over here that I've been watching for the last 40 minutes. It's either a piece of trash, toilet paper, I don't know what it is. We're gonna find out. It's white. I hope it's not toilet paper. Oh, it looks like toilet paper. This is not the place to poop, guys. This is not the place to poop. Oh my God. Wow, more than one. Yep. I better be careful where I step. If you can't dig a cat hole, then you shouldn't be out backpacking. That's effing ridiculous. A little overlook, but I'm kind of looking into the sun, so I don't expect the video to be that good. I can't even see, so That's the direction I'm heading. Haystack Knob. Green knob with the communication tower on top of it. If I step in human shit, I am gonna be mad as fuck. That's about 64 degrees. Sunset is at 7 o'clock, a couple minutes before actually. And my plan tomorrow is to get up early and hike to Haystack Knob. It's about 9 miles one way. Good morning. It is October 4th, Saturday, and it's about 7:40 a.m. and I'm winding down a night on the Roaring Plains Trail. Yes, those 2 beer cans are going to be squished and packed out. I always bring a gallon Ziploc bag so I can carry my trash out. When I woke up this morning, it was 49 degrees. There was no wind at all. And the stars were out. It was beautiful. Sunrise was over in that direction earlier. And didn't have a fire. Now I gotta pack up. I got about 4 and 3/4 miles to Haystack Knob. There is a campsite in the spruce grove behind the summits of Haystack Knob. And that is the whole purpose of my hike. Because I really want to check out sunset and sunrise and all that kind of stuff. And then I'll probably head back to my truck tomorrow and see if I can't get back to Whitestone. I have to be at work at Tuesday. But it's time for me to pack up, charge this phone. Good morning, it's Michael. It's 9 a.m. Saturday, October 4th. And I'm back on the Roaring Plains, heading towards the Flat Rock Run trail intersection where I will depart all official U.S. Forest Service trails. You see right here, this is a perennial mud hole, but there's mud, but there's no standing water, which is indicative of a drought. So, famous last words. But yeah, heading to Haystack Knob. That's the plan. When I get on these unofficial trails, there's no maintenance. So I'm expecting deadfall to be significant. Anyway, I gotta put the camera down. Follow this trail. All right, I'll keep you posted. Ciao for now. Okay, this is where the off trail begins. That way is Flat Rock Run. Behind me, Roaring Plains Trail. That way, Haystack Knob via unofficial, unmaintained, difficult, challenging trails. Do not underestimate this hike. This will be my, if I make it to the summit, it'll be my third one in a year. Anyway, I gotta roll. All right, I'm in the woods. Slowly making my way to Haystack Knob. This next mile and a half is pretty well defined. Oh, there's a campsite right there. It's a little rough, but definitely would work. A year ago, I was out here in September and October and November. I saw a lot of bear poop, a lot. So we'll see how that goes. All right, it's thick. It's not maintained. You got to know how to follow trails if you want to do this one. All right, it's a little after 10. Been hiking for an hour, making decent progress. As one might expect, this trail just keeps growing over and getting more thick. But there is a small core of people that enjoy coming out here. I've seen some bear poop this morning, but it's old. It's kind of mildewy, moldy. But this is an old railroad grade. Little bit of standing water right there. That's a good sign for the spring. Well, that's a really good sign. This is not the spring that I'm going to fill up with, but it's a good sign. If this one's running, then the good one, which I don't know, is 15, 20, 25 minutes from here, should be good. Sorry about the camera motion. All right. Here's strange noise off to my right. Just stop. This is the best spring. I water up here every time. Got water striders. That's a good sign of water quality. Comes right out of the ground. I'm gonna stop for 20 minutes. Oh my God. It's a hunting dog. Hi. You scared me. All right, good afternoon. It's Saturday. It's 12:30. afternoon, and I've made it from the Roaring Plains camp to the bottom of the summit of Haystack Knob. This hunting hound is still with me and probably going to be with me all night. Top of Haystack Knob is not ideal for dogs, but I don't have much choice. And he's probably going to follow me back. So it is what it is. Hoping the owner finds him, but it's a beautiful day. Just did the little bushwhack off the road, which is always interesting. Thank God for Gaia and GPS, so I can head in the right direction. He's a really nice dog. He's really well behaved. And when I get set up camp, I'll share some of my food with him. All right, on to the summit. All right. It's, I know, almost 1 o'clock. And I reached that campsite on top of Haystack Knob that some other intrepid haystackers have told me about. And this was my goal, to spend the night on top of Haystack Knob. And I got plenty of daylight, so I'm gonna relax. And that hunting dog wanted no part of hiking up the top of this mountain. And I can't blame him, because there's stuff that the dog couldn't do and I wouldn't be able to help the dog. So I'm hoping that dog is retracing his steps. They're pretty smart. But he was a really good dog, well behaved. So let's check out this campsite. Al Peary is one person that has stayed here. Oh wow, there's even firewood and a fire pit. Let's check this out. Possible tent pad there. Nice fire pit, very clean. I'm not gonna have a fire. I just want to find a spot to put my tent down. All right, yay me. I did it. My second summiting of Haystack Knob, third visit. And this is one of the hardest hikes in West Virginia. Trust me. All right, the view from Haystack Knob is spectacular. Those rocky cliffs, it's sandstone talus. I'll zoom in on it. That's part of the Canyon Rim Trail that I did in August, the whole thing. And this morning, I left from about right there in the center of that ridge and went this way and then came back towards where I'm at now. It's pretty spectacular, and I got plenty of daylight, so I gotta just relax, watch my water. I got 2.5 quarts, which will be all right. Green knob tower. Doesn't look like a cell phone tower, so I may not have any service. I'm about to check, but anyway, tough hike, but I achieved my goals. Now I just gotta get back to my truck, which is, my truck is only 4 hours away, approximately, maybe 5. All right, good afternoon. It's Michael. It's Saturday. It's about 3:45 p.m. It's a nice mountain ash right there. I'm on top of Haystack Knob. I got my camp set up, and I just wanted to share with you the setup and the location. It's right in that spruce grove. North Fork Mountain over there. Done that 6 or 7 times. It's amazing. Now, if I can just move along safely. Beautiful day. Another night with no tent fly, and I'm in the woods, so there'll be no breeze. All right, welcome to the Spruce Grove on Haystack Knob. So here's where I'm camped. This was the whole objective of this trip. I wanted to spend one night on Haystack Knob because it's such a beautiful spot. Rough trail. Half of this hike is rough trails, believe me. Some of it's no trails. There was a section coming up to the top of Haystack Knob earlier where I had to crawl on my hands and knees for 20 yards. It was kind of funny. And I should say about 45, 50 minutes ago, I met 2 hikers that hiked all the way up Flat Rock Run, got onto the trails to take the Haystack Knob. They took the difficult route, the one that I did back in September a year ago. It's just insane. And I gave them guidance on how to get back. It's more efficient the way I came in. And they were very nice. And I was really impressed. A couple of light day packs, and Flat Rock Run trail is tough, especially going up. All right, this is where I'm hanging out. Just relaxing. That black hound dog was really great. I actually kind of miss him, but he knows his stuff. He's got the radio beacons or the GPS beacons, whatever they're called. And he was well fed, and he was a good dog. Wish I knew his name, but here we go. The Haystack Knob Camp. Good gear hanging on a spruce tree. Heel Knock Zero. Big Agnes copper spur with no fly. It's beginning to be a pattern. And this is a really nice fire pit. Not having a fire, but really nice. Nice and cool in this spruce grove. And I'm just relaxing, sipping on some Jack Daniels. And I'm gonna have some Peak Refuel butternut squash dalbat. All right. Great trip. Good morning. It is about 5:10 a.m. Sunday, and I'm enjoying my first cup of coffee, sitting in my Heel Knox chair that I love. Slept well, had some crazy dreams. But I can hear a barred owl on my right, and I heard coyotes just a minute ago in the direction that I'm facing. But I'm gonna finish this coffee. I'm not gonna film too much in the dark. But anyway, good morning. Good morning. It's 6:45 a.m. Sunday, October 5th, 2025. I'm sitting on Haystack Knob watching the sun come up. It's beautiful. It's been quiet. Skies are clear. It was 56 degrees when I woke up, which is better than 49 the night before. Anyway, slowly getting packed up. I'm gonna get a good start on my hike back, and we'll go from there. All right, thank you for watching my videos. Good morning from Haystack Knob, Monongahela National Forest in the beautiful state of West Virginia. Early morning light on the ridges. That's Green Knob Tower. You can see the road over there. I'm heading over that way. All right. All right, good morning. It's about 8:40 a.m. Sunday, and I'm heading back to the Roaring Plains Trail and ultimately my truck. And on this trip, I brought a little bit of flagging tape, and I used it sparingly, only in places where I thought the possibility of confusion or unsure approach was possible. And this is very grown over here. So these things will degrade in 6 months. They just fall apart. But so far, so good. I'm on what I call the 6/10 of a mile connector. And I don't know, less than a mile to that spring where I hooked up with the hound dog yesterday. What a cool dog. Anyway, very overgrown here, so I need to pay attention. Ciao. All right, good morning again. It's Sunday, 9:40 a.m., October 5th, 2025. That's the tree that looks like an Indian tree, but it's not an Indian tree. And I've explained that in previous videos. But I am 1 mile from the Roaring Plains Flat Rock Run intersection. And from that intersection, I got 3 miles to my truck. So getting up at 4:30 in the morning and breaking down camp in complete darkness was a wise decision. I started hiking around 7:15 because I needed daylight to get off Haystack Knob. It's too treacherous to try to do it in the dark. So I just stopped at the spring about 10 minutes ago and had liquid IV. This one was orange creamsicle flavor. It was all right. Right now, grapefruit's my favorite flavor. Watermelon's pretty good. But it's a beautiful day. Heard coyotes this morning. Barred owls. Heard a grouse when I was taking a break 10 minutes ago. But yeah, kudos to me for getting up at 4:30 in the morning and wanting to get back home to Whitestone before it gets dark, because I really like to drive in the dark. I should be getting home just around sunset. All right, time to put the camera back in my pocket and get to Roaring Plains Trail. And as I said, 3 miles. And 3 fairly easy miles. But anyway, I don't know when I'll come back to Haystack Knob. I've done everything there is to do in Roaring Plains and Dolly Saws. But anyway, it's a little overgrown here. This is an old railroad grade. All right, ciao for now. All right, about half a mile to Roaring Plains Trail. Freaking hot. All right, good morning. It's like 10:46, Sunday, and I've just hiked 4.5 miles from Haystack Knob back to the campsite area where I was Friday night. And I enjoy camping there because it's very convenient. Either as a staging area or a rest area for Haystack Knob. I don't know how many more times I'm gonna do Haystack Knob. I've achieved all my goals. But I got 2.35 miles left in my truck. There is one cold beer. I'm gonna drink it at the end of 570. I'm not gonna drink and drive, even on a Forest Service road. But it's been a great hike, and I just need to keep moving. And when I get to the TP trail, it'll be 1 more mile. All right, ciao for now. Less than a mile to my truck. Motivation can come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. My motivation was 2 things. I didn't want to drive home in the dark, and I got a cold beer in the back of my truck. I can take a relaxing Sunday journey back to Whitestone, Virginia. And one last thing. Today, as I mentioned, I got up at 4:30 and I was hiking by 7:10. When I get to my truck, I will have hiked a little over 7 miles, like 7.25. And I took 1 break at that spring, on the off-trail spring. 1 15-minute break in 7 miles. That's pretty good for someone my age. But I should be back in my car in about 25 minutes. Thank you for watching. I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel, liking and commenting. It helps my little channel grow. Thank you so much. And I like all comments, good and bad. Thank you. Talk to you later.